What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the best team in FIFA. Today we have got a very cool community built Bundesliga team. I say community built because I actually enlisted the help of my stream chat to build this team. Now of course usually in the best team in FIFA I take your guy, like one of you guys' squad, build it, play with it, give my opinion, feedback on it, and then that would be the end of the video. But as I say, today this is all of your squad, or any of you that were in the stream at the time. We built a really awesome team, and it was a lot of fun to play with. At the start here, we're going to go through the team, the tactics, the instructions, and then into the gameplay and how well each individual player was, who's really worth it and who's kind of not. Before we get into that, guys, if you could drop a thumbs up on the video, it would be much appreciated. And of course, if you do want to suggest your team for the best team in FIFA, go to reddit.com/r/tbtif and you could put your team, instructions, custom tactics, formations, any in-game changes, any specific notes with the players, chem styles, play style, anything you want. Now that Team of the Season is here, there's a lot of brand new players on the game, on the market, so I would appreciate it if we steered away from your traditional Bailly, Smalling, Butland, Walker style teams and maybe into a little more of the obscure and unknown. I'm happy to try any formation, any value of team, anything. Just would prefer some unique teams if you've got them. With that being said, guys, we will start with the defense for today. And in the Bundesliga, what we start with in goal is not a Team of the Season card. It is going to be, let's go position goalkeeper. It is going to be Farman the Barman. Farman is the goalkeeper that we picked. The stream felt like he was best value for money. It seems like he's better, actually. You can see the 80 out Baumann in the club. Farman's got the same diving, better handling, better reflexes, and better positioning considerably. He's got a little less speed, which isn't overly important, and a little less kicking, which is nearly non-important. And Baumann there coming in at 6'2", and Farman coming in at 6'5". So Farman definitely the preferred goalkeeper of choice. Again, this was all chosen by the stream. In at right back, we have got Lucas Piszczek. The two centre backs are coming in as Socrates and Mats Hummels. And then at left back, we haven't got a left back. He should be a left back in many people's eyes. EA decided to make him a left mid. We have got Kolasinac. So this is the defense, guys. Now, Piszczek is an unreal card. He literally has the best stats that you could possibly want. He's relatively cheap. I bought him for 370 at the time of buying him. I think he's way down now. I think he's, yeah, like there you go. He's 300,000. So I've personally lost a lot of coins on him while buying him. But he is a phenomenal card anyway. You've also got Socrates, who I managed to pick up for 75k. Mats Hummels, who's got a ridiculous card. We were looking at chem styles, the best chem style for Mats Hummels. Anchor is probably the best one if you want that pace boost and the defending to 99 and the physical boost. But something like Catalyst or Engine would actually be better in terms of giving him the biggest stat boost. So depends what you're interested in realistically. I went with Anchor because I didn't want 97 defending where other defenders have got 99 defending. I wanted 99 defending on Hummels too. He's 6'3", sure he's got high medium work rates, but he's got an absolutely monster card. And Kolasinac on 6 or 7 chemistry, I got 6 on him here. Once he gets loyalty, he'll get 7 chemistry. Has actually got incredible stats as a defender off chemistry. Of course, a lot of people think that he should have been a defender. He's got medium high work rates, he's 6 foot tall. I use an anchor on him, but I would prefer a shadow. The reason why I use an anchor is because I don't have any shadow cards in the club, and there are none on the market. So a shadow on Kolasinac would be ideal. Even with 7 chemistry, he will still be the best left back in the league, and one of the best left backs in the game for an incredibly cheap price, under 50,000 coins. So don't turn your nose up at him just because of the lack of chemistry. So that is our defense, and of course, guys, the player instructions, very, very simple. Stay back while attacking on all 4. Into the midfield, guys. Of course, there were 2 massive options for the right-hand side of midfield. One was Arjen Robben. One was Ousmane Dembele. We used Dembele, and the 2 centre midfielders we're going to use is Keita and Kruse. I did want, excuse me, I did want Stindl here. At the time of building the team, Stindl, Modeste, Werner, and Aubameyang were all extinct on the market. EA hadn't upgraded their price ranges. So if I hadn't packed any of them, I couldn't use them. So instead of using Stindl here, which is what I would have preferred to use, we went and used Cruiser. And then on the left mid, we used another pack pool player. We went and used Griffo. He became a bit of a cult hero during the stream. He's got some alright stats. I would say that in today's game, his stats don't quite scratch up, especially that lack of pace for a left mid. But when you look at his in-games, the reason why some of his stats are super low is because he's got some dead stats in there that aren't relevant, like his penalties are super low and his free kicks are super low, which brings his shooting and his passing down. But his in-games are actually really, really decent, other than pace, I would say. So that is the midfield, guys. Now, in terms of the midfield for player instructions, both wingers are set to stay forward, cut inside and get in behind. And you can see on the left-hand side there as well, stay forward, cut inside and get in behind. Both centre midfielders are just on default. Now, yesterday when I bought Keita, he was going for 700,000. He is now going for less than 600,000. So the player price of these Bundesliga players are coming down, which is great. And then for the two strikers, guys, the first striker we've got is Werner the Burner. I did manage to pack him. And the second striker we've got is actually going to be Forsberg. I wanted to test him out as striker because he's actually got some real good stats for that position. High medium work rates, 4-star, 4-star, left forward, gets 7 chem. Good pace, great dribbling, shooting and passing, very nice physical. This is the team I wanted to try. For the two strikers, the player instructions are stay central, get in behind and press back line for the pair of them. Now, when I was building this team, people were asking in the stream, am I actually going to use the 4-4-2 or are we going to change formation at any point? We are going to stay with the 4-4-2. It seems like it is coming to be a better formation in the game this year. Seems to, if you can get the right players and the right custom tactics and player instructions, seems like the 4-4-2 can actually be a very, very strong formation. We did take this team into FUT Champions. We want to show you the custom tactics as well. So I built the speed up to 75, passing at 50, passing again at 50, crossing at 40, shooting at 65, pressure at 50, aggression and team width both at 40, and defender line down to cover. So this is the team that you guys built, the community built this team. How does it play? Let's find out. Okay guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 4-3-3-4 team. Of course, I am playing in FUT Champions. I don't often do the best team in FIFA in FUT Champions. I usually do it in Daily Knockout or in Division 1. But on this account, I am registered in FUT Champions because I went and won the Gylfi Sigurdsson tournament, which obviously put me in there. So the stream suggested that I take this team into FUT Champions. First things first, oh my god. This team is ridiculous. And this is me having a left centre mid and a left mid that I wouldn't consider ideal. Man, this team was something else. It was something else. Where to begin? The whole team played great. And, you know, I play on my road to glory. I play with fun teams. I play with teams that have players in obscure positions. I hang on to players for a long period of time because I feel like a genuine emotional connection to them, whether they be SBC cards or cards that I've played a considerable amount of games on. And people tell me a few like pro players, specifically notably players like Dr. Jabba or Hectic Jukes, they've been very like helpful in like just suggesting to me that playing these players is not the best thing. And I always think to myself, like, I'm a firm believer that the player in control is just more important, far more important than the team. And I still believe that to this day, that the team isn't everything. But when you then play with a team full of absolute meta players, wow, just wow. You know, these are the best of the best, and it made a humongous difference. So it really did make me sit there and immediately just think, man, I need to build a team this good on my road to glory and see what the difference may be for me. And some of the players that really stood out to me, so obviously 11 men in the team, clearly. There were 4 players specifically that I would just like, wow, amazing. First of all was Mats Hummels. I know he's got a high attacking work rate. The man did not miss a tackle. He did not miss a header. His stats belie his pace. Like, he's got 70 odd pace, and with the anchor card it goes up to like 77. If you put a catalyst you can get up to 80 some odd. He was never out of position, he was never out muscled, his defending was exemplary. He was notably an incredible defender. And you don't, like, you get that with some defenders, you know, everyone's like, oh, Chris Smalling's so good, Foot Birthday, Bonner is so OP. that Mats Hummels is crazy, crazy good. So he was the first incredible player. The second incredible player was Naby Keita. I am not the biggest fan of short midfielders. I've been very vocal about that over the course of the game. The reason why I play players like Harry Kane or Diego Costa in centre midfield is because I feel like I like the really tall, beefy midfielders to win like physical battles. Keita was winning headers like it was nothing. I never came up against someone with a really tall striker like a Lukaku, a Jorgensen, a Kane, an Ibra. I never came up against someone like that. Other than this here with Lewandowski, but I think Lewandowski is only 6'1", so it's not even like, it's not the 6'2", 6'3" that you would expect. And Keita, so Keita was winning headers left, right, and centre against 6 foot, 5'11", 5'10" players. So I'm like, okay, maybe I've got that one wrong this whole year. Maybe I've just got that one wrong. Maybe the taller player, although mentally should and visually should win the aerial duels, maybe FIFA's not built quite that simply. So Naby Keita was great. He was up and down the field like a madman. He never tired. His touch, his dribbling, his shooting was great. His defending was phenomenal. He's another player with a high attacking work rate. I believe he's high medium. Didn't make a single shred of difference. He was, if I needed him in defence, he was there. If I needed him in attack, he was there. I don't know if that's due to the formation or the player or a combination of both. He was unreal. Ousmane Dembele is a different class. If you've got a budget for one big player and you don't know who to go for, let it be Ousmane Dembele. Look at the goal he just scored there. The man was fire. You know how Mane has 99 pace, and he's had 99 pace for quite a while in this game, but he doesn't feel like he's got 99 pace. Dembele, he doesn't feel like he's got 99 pace either. He feels like he's got about 120 pace. He is absolutely rapid. He's so fast, and you know the little white bar and then the blue bar in the white bar for the current stamina left in game and then the current stamina that you've got as it depletes whilst running? Doesn't matter how far that goes down. He runs at 99 pace. He just doesn't stop running. His touch is incredible. His dribbling is phenomenal. He enters and exits skill moves at full speed. That is really difficult to deal with as a defender. Skill moves can be tough to defend with as a defender anyway, but when you're running 100 million miles per hour in a straight line and then you hit a skill move at the same pace and exit at a different angle at the same pace, that is broken. That is a broken game mechanic, and it is going to be... I guarantee you, I'm calling it now, guys. I'm calling it now. Ousmane Dembele will be a card that you will see the pros use a lot throughout the rest of the year because he is that damn good. He just doesn't stop running. He's got 5-star, 5-star. He's an utter machine, like a genuine machine. The star of the show... Out of all three of those, the star of the show was Timo Werner. I have not experienced... I've used his gold cards, and they were okay, not great. You know, his finishing let him down a lot in his regular gold cards, his dribbling. He is... I mean, I was blown away by the ability that this card has. Sure, he has 3-star skill moves, but he does have a 4-star weak foot. His shooting is so strong. It's so powerful. Every shot is hit so hard. His dribbling... His first touch and his close control are just unreal. And he's another card that comes in at 98 pace. I was every time I took a shot with him, I was like, there's no way he's doing this again. He was just unreal. So those 4 players there, guys, were absolute superstars, like above and beyond. And the whole team in general was great. Griffo was the worst player on the team by stats, and he was probably the least effective player with Max Kruse, who we had in the team as well. As I said, I had Max Kruse there more out of necessity than want. I would have preferred to have Stindl there, but Kruse did a good job, not a great job, and Griffo did a good job, not a great job. The defence was incredible. Kolasinac at left back was phenomenal. Socrates was great. Piszczek was actually also a very top tier, top quality player. I felt like he was never quite out of position. He bombed down the right hand side like a madman so many times. He doesn't run out of stamina. He's strong, he's quick, he's got great passing, shooting, dribbling. He's got a little bit of everything. And as a right back, what more do you really want? And look at this shot here from Werner again. Lovely little fake shot stop. And one thing I found and noticed with these players specifically more than any other players that I've used throughout the game this year is that when you do skill moves, like I was explaining with Dembele, when you do a fake shot stop or a fake shot in general to a different direction, when you do a ball roll, they do them with speed. Like, there's no dragging their feet. Like, sometimes you do like a fake shot stop with a player and they feel like they take 3/4 of a second to a second to complete the action, to complete the animation, and then to get the ball stopped still. And there's been so many times I've been down the right-hand side of the field, I've tried a fake shot stop, and the defender's got there before I've managed to do it and get get him, like, sell him the dummy, essentially. With these players with super high dribbling and super high reactions and super high everything happens at a much, much quicker pace than you are ever used to. And it allowed me to just have such more dominant control over the game. It was so crazy. I've honestly never experienced anything like it. When we consider is this the best team in FIFA, I honestly think if you put Forsberg down to left mid, got Stindl in at centre mid, and then put Aubameyang or Lewandowski or Arjen Robben or whoever else you need to put up front as a second striker, maybe the Pulisic, maybe put Dembele up front and put Pulisic out on the midfield. This is the best team in FIFA. This is incredible. Every single player, to a man, was unreal. And then some of them were even better. And again, this is the final game that we got here, guys. This is just a Werner masterclass. Look at that, he gets the ball. That finesse shot there, he just hits it so hard. And you don't need to think about it. You just hit it. Look at that. It's a side foot, isn't it? Like an inside finesse shot. Keeper can't get near it. And that's not just any keeper. That's David De Gea. He can't get near it. 2 seconds later or 2 minutes later into the game, Forsberg again, Werner again. Lovely little 1-2s. This guy just can't really keep up. Forsberg creates some space, gets around the defender there, cuts it inside, and there's Werner again. This time a low driven. Doesn't even go into the bottom corner, but he hits it so hard that the goalkeeper just cannot save it. In comparison to the Premier League players, and this goal here was probably my favourite Werner goal, because he actually does just hit the ball just so hard there. It's like a laser beam into the bottom corner. It was unreal. There are so many of these players in this team are considerably cheaper than the Premier League counterparts that have similar or, in some instances, worse stats. Keita has got, in some areas, better than Kante some areas better than Keita. Kante's got different work rates to Keita. And, you know, there's every team in the season, Bundesliga has a Premier League counterpart. And I've played with the Premier League big dogs, be it in draft or on my main account. They don't feel as good as these Bundesliga players. They really don't. I was blown away by this team. As I say, there was 4, maybe 5, maybe Piszczek as well, were just exceptional. Hummels, Keita, Dembele and Werner were just up here. Someone like Piszczek, Socrates, Kolasinac and Forsberg were just a little bit underneath. Farmund did great. And then Kruse and Griffo, I would consider getting those off the team and getting in Stindl and maybe putting Kolasinac at left mid and Plattenhardt at left back, something like that. But this team was just unreal, as you would expect it to be. So high rated, so many incredible players, so much good stuff on this team. It was absolutely sensational. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.